Today on the channel, Yo Joe, as we finish off G.I. Joe Ultimate Super 7 Series 1 with Snake Eyes and Timber.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimates Series 1 unboxing and review. And today we finish off Series 1 with Snake Eyes. But for all your Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe needs, and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Make sure you use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $59 does ship free, and that's exactly what I did. I picked these guys up, saved the 10%. They are up there right now, so if you're after these, that's the way to do it. Save 10%. You got to get a deal all day long, as you guys know. But Snake Eyes, of course, one of the most popular Joes of all time, and a lot of people having a lot of eyes on this figure, that is for sure. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. First off, let's look at the old cardboard mailer here. Always do appreciate these, but pretty plain Jane. G.I. Joe Snake Eyes on the side, and that's all she wrote. So off to the side. See you later. Now we get down to the old main event. We get down to old Snake Eyes here. A favorite of many a G.I. Joe fan over the years. Me personally, I always like Commando Snake Eyes better than Ninja Snake Eyes. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. So I do like this one. But I was never really over the moon with the color scheme of this one in the cartoons. Not the most iconic Snake Eyes to me in the cartoon, but still very cool. And the addition to Timber here, that could be a chef's kiss. But let's take a look at it first. And of course, we do get the slip cover. We're very used to that. Love the G.I. Joe color. Love the camo going on. The G.I. Joe logo, absolutely beautiful. Snake Eyes down there. Let's say over here. GIW1 SNK01, Snake Eyes 01. So I don't know if he's first figure in the line technically, but nothing too fun there. But we're going to pull the slip cover off, let out the old main event, old Snake Eyes himself, looking really good here. And there he is, Snake Eyes. Look at that window. Love that starburst in the back, and there's Timber guarding right up front. And I actually forgot Timber was even included here, so that's an even better extra edition. It feels like a little surprise here, because like I said, I totally forgot about him. On the back, you got a little bit of file card action. You got computer, a little bit of a green gloss to it there. A little glossy on the back. Kind of hard to read, honestly, but it's still very cool. Love the old school file card. Let's pull out some highlights for old Snake Eyes. He's classified across the board. He's a primary military specialty of infantry. Second military specialty, hand-to-hand combat instructor. Birthplace, classified. Grade E5. Some might say he's from parts unknown. The man is a total mystery, but he's real good at his job. Heck, he's the best. Oh, Snake Eyes, getting it done after all. But let's pull him out of the old plastic prison. I keep forgetting they tape this. Usually with Super 7 Ultimates, you get tape on the outside of the box. Now they've removed the tape here, but they put the tape on the inside cardboard. So that's taken me a little while to get used to. I always forget about that. In here, and I don't want to rip the cardboard. Obviously, I love to keep my Super 7 packaging. I don't know when that day is going to end, though. I'm getting out of room for extra packaging just hanging around my garage and attics and things like that. Who knows? One day I might want to finish the attic in my house and turn that into another figure room. Why wouldn't I? It'd be a great idea there. Two plastic prisons here. We get the gun. We get the jetpack going on. We get Timber himself. Can't wait to dive into that. And then we do get the extra hands, weapons, and we get old Snake Eyes himself. So let me take this offline. Let me bust him out of the plastic prison, and Timber too. And we'll be back talking all things Super 7 Ultimate Series 1, Snake Eyes. All right, we got Snake Eyes out of the package, and let's start it off. Let's take a look at his accessories first, and we're going to start with the hands. He's got two trigger hands, two open hands on him there, and then you do have the traditional trigger hands right here. Should note a very, very white, pale skin tone, which I guess is kind of on brand for Snake Eyes, obviously being covered up most of the time. He's probably going to be pretty white, like a young Sheamus, basically, and it could be Sheamus under there, who knows. But Snake Eyes' hands got two trigger finger hands right there. We do got two open hands. This is for, of course, the weapon, his rifle. You can put that, lay it on there if he wants to do that. You have the left and right accompaniment there. And then you got two fists of fury. He's a combat specialist. He needs some fists. When the weapons fail, you got to rely on the old ham bones there. You got to do that. So we got those. Do get a little walkie-talkie action. Once again, it looks like it's 902. I believe we saw this earlier. Was this with Duke as well? It was with Duke, because this is what Duke would call in. He'd say, Flint, what do I do in this situation? Flint, give me the answer to this. How do I lead the team? Flint, I can't do this. Please let me know. That's what we had for Duke. I don't think Snake Eyes, he was a guy more on his feet. He didn't have to call in. He also didn't really talk, so that probably did that. But I guess he could listen in on some stuff if he needed to, but we do get one of those. Then we do get a jetpack. How about this? I got to think we'll see reuse of this down the line as well. But it is a nice jetpack. Very lightweight plastic here. Nice purple and green colors. A little bit animated, obviously on point with what he's wearing here. But I think we will see this in the future reused with different coloring. I can see that for sure. But it just slips over the back there. A little jetpack action. If you need him to fly somewhere, you got the option. There it is. Then we get the old radioactive canister, of course, from that very famous episode of G.I. Joe. He's in the snow up there, and he's like glowing and stuff, because that's what happens naturally. You have a glow like that when you get radioactive stuff on you. Sure, why not? But it is nice here. Cobra logo on the end. But a nice attention to detail back from the cartoon series, of course. Then we get down to his weapons here. And like I said, this did come with Duke, and I think we're going to see this a ton, as we saw this on screen with G.I. Joe all the time. The most kind of famous cartoon gun weapon they would have on the cartoon. We'll see this a lot over the years, I have a feeling. But looking really nice. Looking the same as we got it with Duke. Then we get a special one-off gun, a very space-age gun. Can't remember this. Obviously, it was probably from that same episode. Did he steal a Cobra gun, a lab gun, something like that? Because it looks a little futuristic, looks a little scientific, not so much military. I can't really place it off the top of my head, but still looks good. So there's the accessories there, and I guess next up, I guess we're going to go over to Timber. Shiver me timbers right here, and we got a weapon as a dog, or a dog as an accessory. I guess he's kind of a weapon, as he definitely did help out. He saved Snake Eyes from that big polar bear, remember that? Can we get that polar bear accessory? How about that one? But Timber, of course, goes along with Snake Eyes. We all remember him fondly. Nothing like having a wolf. I remember as a little kid saying, man, I need to get a wolf pet like that. That'd be awesome. And it doesn't really work out that well. I mean, it'd almost be like Kenny Powers and Eastbound and Down. I imagine that's how pretty much owning a wolf goes in this day and age, I would think. But definitely looking good here. It does feel lighter than I anticipated it to feel. It doesn't feel as sculpted maybe as the Hasbro companion piece from the Classified series, but it does look very animated. It does look like Timber from the cartoon, so it fits the purpose of what it was made for, if that makes sense. And we do have articulation on him, so you got the legs, you got an elbow joint, you got feet joints, you got a tail. Yes, the tail moves. The head moves and the neck. So you got double neck and head movement there. No jaw articulation. I would have really liked to have seen that. That would be a really, really good one, but unfortunately not in the cards here. A nice whitish, grayish color, more predominantly grayish black. Black nose, got the yellow eyes. Very middle-of-the-road stoic look on Timber. All day long it's Timber or really any wolf. There's no mistaking for what this is. It definitely looks like him, and I always did love G.I. Joes when I was a kid. I always gravitated to the Joes that had animals with them. It always felt like a 2-in-1 pack, and I remember as a kid, some of my great playing days. I remember one time all the Joes got caught by Cobra, but all of their animals didn't get caught, and you had like Max and Order and Junkyard, and some of the other ones all in Polly. Who else was there? Tons of the different ones. Timber, of course, they all teamed up, and they helped escape the Joes from their prison camp. Oh, you had to be there. You had to be there. But very, very cool. Always did transition to these, like I said, when I was a kid, getting the ones. It just always felt like a two-for pack in some ways. I do have a Timber from the Classified series. You can put these guys side by side. Tell you what, the exact same size. You could almost start a pack here. Of course, we did get two different Timbers in the Classified line. You can start your own wolf pack right here at the, you can do that very easily here. Definitely fits in between these two too. You get a white one and a dark one, and he's kind of somewhere in the middle of a lighter shade of gray. I do like the articulation a little bit better. I do like the fluffiness and stuff on the Classified series, but the Classified series is not based on the animated series. This looks more akin to the animated series at the end of the day. So I guess it depends what you're looking for. Choose your own wolf adventure is what I would do. But I do like this for what it is, and I do like these as well. I prefer the gray one over the white, but that's semantics at the end of the day as well. Now we dive into the main event, and we dive into old Snake Eyes here. Now, I don't know about you, when I close my eyes and I think of Snake Eyes, I think of more of the Commando in all black, maybe the action figure, of course. But this is cartoon Snake Eyes. This is how he looked in that mini-series, I guess we'll call it. A nice bluish color with the black and the purple accents. Definitely a different version of Snake Eyes than we really think of most of the time. At least for me, you guys sound off. What is your Snake Eyes when you close your eyes? I think a lot of people are thinking the visor and the sword swords and things. I've always been more of a Commando Snake Eyes guy. But this one is very interesting, but it is very cartoon accurate, which we're looking for. Of course, articulation, the arm's going to go all the way around. You got the bicep cut. You do get the side-to-side at the elbows, single-jointed elbows. Hands removable, hands back and forth, side-to-side, good there. Waist articulation, of course. Head articulation, head goes all around, up and down, tons and plenty of movement out of that head. He can do those big old snake eye splits if he needs to. And then you do got, of course, the knee articulation, just single jointed on the knees, as we do know with Super 7. You do get a boot cut, and then you get ankles back and forth, side to side. So typical Super 7 articulation. I know a lot of people are down on that articulation. They don't like it. They don't like these figures. Well, in the day, you vote with your wallet. You don't need the articulation. Don't pick them up. But if you really do like the G.I. Joe Classified series line, I could see there being a natural crossover, obviously, into this. You just don't expect all the articulation. That's the G.I. Joe line into the future. This is the past. This is the cartoon line. So if you got a deep remembrance for the cartoon, you grew up with the cartoon, you love the cartoon, man, this is playing a lot of hits for you, just like it is for me. It's nostalgia 101. Brings me back to the 80s, watching the G.I. Joe cartoon all the time. Snake Eyes looking very plain Jane, though. He's got the purple glasses going on, kind of the bluish color mask, looking interesting. No mouth, nothing like that. Of course, he's got his mask on. Got the pocket on the side, pockets on the vest, pocket on the arm, so he can store some stuff, but they aren't open. You can't open them up or anything. He does got black boots as well. So fairly plain Jane, but as we do know, Snake Eyes is an extremely iconic character. Loved by many, remembered by many as well. A lot of people are going to be in for this one, especially with the timber accessory. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? As always, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at Ringside Collectibles. I don't know if he's going to fit. Seeming like he's not. Okay, yes, he does fit. Only 1 foot, and I've seen that before on a few of the other Joes in Series 1. 1 foot fits, but the other one doesn't. I don't know. Go figure. I can't explain that at all. But not bad. Like I said, not my most iconic version of Snake Eyes, but it's definitely Snake Eyes from the animated series, and there is no doubt in my mind down the road we're going to get many different versions of Snake Eyes. When there's money on the table, guess what? Super 7, Mattel, NECA, whoever we're talking about, guess what? They're going to take that money. So look forward to more Snake Eyes in the future, I would say. Of course, grabbing out Duke, his partner in crime here. You got old Duke. Where's Scarlet? Could she be the girl in the middle? Let's put her in the middle of all this. We got that one. Of course, we got the absolutely fabulous Cobra Commander here. Just loving that Cobra Commander. And the Cobra Bat as well, and that is your G.I. Joe Series 1. Series 2 right around the corner, of course, with Flint, Lady J, Destro, Baroness. That's an all-timer heavy hitter set. I cannot wait till I get that here at the table. Very excited about that, especially that Flint figure. Man, oh man, I cannot wait to see that. So make sure you subscribe. We'll have that on the channel before you know it, hopefully. But quite the murders row in Series 1. Very hard for me to choose favorites here, but I think I'm going to have to go Cobra Commander #1. So iconic, the different helmets, the soft goods cape with the magnets in it, playing a lot of hits right there. After that, shockingly enough, I think I'm going to go Duke as #2 because it's just Duke, like he crawled through my TV screen. It's just amazing how much that feels like the cartoon. After that, the Cobra Bat would be #3 for me. I love the big oversized bat here as well, the big robot, and that black and yellow pops. Once again, just reminds me of Arise, Serpentor Arise, the whole story arc around that time with the action figures. Just a slam dunk right here. And then Snake Eyes, nothing against Snake Eyes, just probably the plainest, Janest one of the set here. Even Timber couldn't bring him up for me, but still an amazing figure. I got to think, like I said, we'll see more Snake Eyes in the future, and somebody's got to be in last place here. But man, one of the strongest waves ever out of the gate from Super 7, ever. Out of all the lines they make, maybe it's my G.I. Joe bias, my love for the 80s cartoon, but these really did meet my expectations. And let's be honest, a few people have been very disappointed, myself included, with a few Super 7 offerings as of late. But this one, playing all the hits, a slam dunk from the word go. And like I said, I cannot wait for Series 2. Hopefully here sometime in April. We'll see what happens. And like I said, make sure you subscribe to this very YouTube channel. Make sure you like the video. You made it so far. You might as well. Always does help the channel. Hit the old notification bell while you're at it. Leave me a comment with your thoughts on this wave. And then don't forget about the Patreon, where you can get early access to videos like this. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. Best of all, you do support the channel and all the content. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And then don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimate Series 1, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.